global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads: Staunch supporter of President Muhammadu Buhari calls out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sends him a painful reminder. See details. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. Olushonga Owoye, a supporter of the Muhammadu Buhari and All Progressive Congress (APC), has posted a cryptic message directed at the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Owoye, chieftain of APC in Ekiti, that's Ekiti State, mocked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for his inability to attend the burial ceremony of his parents. In the moment you see as we're talking, you see his tweet. He wrote, and I'll read it. He said, "Things that gave me joy was that I was with my dad in the last 6 months of his life. He died at 71. NK, that's Nnamdi Kanu, was the man who started the story of Buhari's death. He will forever live with the pain of not being able to bury his two parents who died within the months, and General Muhammadu Buhari is still bouncing." Now, he accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of raising false alarm about Muhammadu Buhari's death when he was in London receiving treatment over an undisclosed illness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu heads a movement that hopes to actualize a sovereign state. This consistently pitted him against the federal government. Kanu was arrested and charged for felony, a case that is still in court. On February 14, 2020, the late parents of IPOB leader, I'm talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was laid to rest. That's the royalty. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents, Mark Sally, and the father, the husband, was laid to rest, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not in attendance. His followers have vehemently rejected the idea that he ran away. Rather, he stayed away for the interest of peace. That's the news. That's what he said. That's what the writer of this epistle wrote. And the moment you'll be seeing the tweet, we actually snapshot the tweet so you see for yourself. But there have been so much reactions over this statement. But before we quickly, go through the reactions, feel the pulse of Nigerians over this, I feel this is really childish. Sentiment aside, what is all this? He let the dead bury the dead. His parents are dead. They've been buried. What is all this childish blow of, when I see adults behave the way they do, I wonder, really, do we at some point in our life have a faulty upbringing? Why would a young man in his right senses, all this global pandemic going on everywhere, Fulani herdsmen going on everywhere, issues of insecurity here and there, all you can think of, your problem is to call out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over the death and burial of his parents that's already in the past? Oh my God, how wonderful or how terrible can this go? What is all this shading him? That what happened? I want to ask a silly question. If we were in a war-torn zone, would you be thinking of special or one special kind of burial of anyone? In war-torn zone, whichever space you see, you bury, move on. Life is the most important thing. I feel that to me this is very childish. Why are you calling him out? Is there a particular I feel that maybe what he's doing is like maybe he's trying to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you're not the only one that knows how to call out people, I guess. But then if you ask me honestly, this is hitting below the belt. It's uncalled for. Tell me that he did something outrageous, okay? Tell him, maybe say something much that will catch the fancy of the people, not the one that he didn't attend his parents' burial. So and so what? Is that supposed to be news that he didn't attend the burial of his parents? What is so spectacular about it? He did not kill somebody. well, there's some certain things that are not worthy of being mentioned. Okay, he didn't attend his parents' burial. Okay, he didn't pay last respect, but people, a whole 1,001, you needed to see the burial. In fact, practically speaking, the whole Nigeria, the whole world was watching. Let's be truthful to ourselves. Let's leave this thing. That parents, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents' burial, all attention was there. A lot of people were thinking, with IPOB, the way IPOB members were challenging the federal government, and the federal government saying there will be a shutdown. There was even a time when there was a tussle, war tussle between the police, the Nigerian police, and the IG and the IPOB members, where they were tussling. So if you dance, you do elephant dance and all manner of dance that will be they will dance that day, if they fly color and all that. All attention was there. They deployed military presence, security presence on that burial on that day. That's to tell you that he even though he wasn't there, he pulled attention. How many people get that kind of... When you buried your father, sorry, I'm shading you. Sorry, sir, don't be angry. But when you buried, if not for the father you mentioned, I don't even know who you are. How much more your parents? How many people even knew when you buried your father? How many people attended? How many Nigerians knew you buried your father? I can bet you that in almost every home, everybody was just praying, let there be no quarrel or war or even show of bloodshed on the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents' burial. The way this thing is going, like there's going to be a show that everybody, at some point, people started praying, oh Lord, let there be no bloodshed on that day, please. Let the government just understand. People were interested. Nigerians were watching. Every military were watching. But security were watching. Presidents, everybody was. That is a global attention. How many people get that kind of global attention? You know how many people have died? How many prominent people's parents that have died and they just buried them? Just that constituency and that catchment area that knew. A lot of persons came. You needed to see the way IPOB members came in their envoy. They paid their last respect. They were, for 3-4 days back to back, they were a crowd in that place. And that alone, even if he doesn't attend, that the people, loved ones, came to pay homage. Monarchs left their hometown. Monarchs, I'm talking about kings, leaving their palaces to pay respect. What do you mean? What other respect again? In your own, when you buried your father, how many monarchs came to your father's burial? Please, when I see things like this, I get pissed. What is that? Tell me that he did something terrible. Tell me that he killed someone. Okay, we'll call out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We'll shred him in our analysis. But he didn't do that. He didn't kill anybody. What he was all the shouting for, he's only saying, what? Come and see what my eyes are seeing. I've listened to him back to back. The analysis he brings out, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That he carries money, he said he wants to support his people. Is it a bad idea? That the government is not doing anything, it's calling them out, they're not performing. Is it a bad idea? Yes, sometimes it causes Nigerians to and all that. But then, if you check what he says, I'm talking about, pointing the critical things, then it's worth listening to. But the only thing that gets me pissed is the fact that of all the things to mention about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, honestly, that I would have really loved to hear is to say that he did not attend his father's burial, his mother's burial. Is that one supposed to be a talk? Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this, because honestly, I'm already pissed already with what he's saying. Let's see what Nigerians are saying over this. This one here is saying, who is this idiot? Are you looking for recognition from the zoo, or are you trying to find out how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to beat the security of the zoo to attend the burial of his late parents? You cannot stop dreaming. Really? Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu attend the burial? This is my first time of hearing that. I'm serious. I never knew he attended though. I never knew. You can imagine. So he said COVID-19, according to our president, will be your next predicament. So I said, oh boy, this now the biggest notice me I've ever encountered for a very long time. This man Owoye is really broke. Maybe because of the sudden coronavirus break, he really needs help from Buhari and co. He must be noticed to be recommended for help. I hereby command APC government to help one of their own. At least he has shown his loyalty by abusing Nigerian nightmare. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What a name, Nigerian nightmare. Okay, let's hear what son is saying. So he's saying he's looking for opportunity to join our majority to share 5,000 naira people of Biafra donated to them. Choice. Look at how, have you seen how he's just, have you seen what he has just done to them? People are now insulting him. Someone that was staying quietly in his own, now everybody, Tom, Dick and Harry is now insulting him. Why would you want to bring yourself out to be ridiculed? What is it? Tell me something more reasonable that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Okay, but not that he didn't attend his parents. Whose business? Okay, even if he doesn't attend his parents' burial, whose business is it? Although one of the correspondents here is saying something that he actually attended. I'm not aware. I thought he didn't attend. Well, maybe some persons may have some intels that some of us here may not be privileged to have. It's possible that he attended, but honestly, I never knew Mazi Nnamdi Kanu attended. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But for me, I never knew he attended. This one here said, this one he needs money. And this one here is saying the tactics they use in these days is still what they are still using this time around. They set Awo and Akin against each other. They did not know. So Yoruba became victim to it. Don't be surprised if Ajimobi and Makinde begin to source for power from the evil forces to outwit each other. God will deliver us. I don't understand what does that got to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm saying Owoye should be ashamed that his benefactor went to London to get treatment after he banned importation of certain items, including rice. It is his type that frustrates the unity of the Igbos and Yorubas, but the Igbo will outlive him. So here is saying Olusoyinka Owoye is really broke. This is the notice me of the century. For you to be noticed for help in APC government is for you to prove your loyalty, and this is no better way to do that than to abuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Owoye have done perfectly before. Therefore, I recommend Owoye to Buhari and APC government for financial help with immediate effect. COVID-19 holidays really dealing with Owoye financially. This is the second person that will say something similar. Why would he bring himself out to be ridiculed? This, honestly. But well, I guess he asked for it. Now you can imagine people are calling him idiot. Someone took time and called him a fool just because of such statement that is unwarranted. He has buried his parents. Respect his parents. He has buried his parents. Let it go. What's your business? Even if you didn't attend his parents' burial, what's your own? What's your business? But that's my take on this. Personally, my opinion. No other person's opinion. This is strictly my opinion. I believe that this was childish. Him calling out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he didn't attend his parents' burial was way too childish. It doesn't depict immaturity. In fact, there's no politics in it at all. It's almost embarrassing to be calling out on, especially on issues that has to do with parenting. What's your no. If you want to deal with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, deal with him. If you have an issue with him, call him out. Don't begin to use his parents. It doesn't it depicts that you are morally bankrupt. For me, if you have a problem with a person, deal with the person. Stop using his siblings or family ties. Is against the ethics of they say all is fair in love and war, but we are not in war here. But what's your take on this? Do you think, and of course on the platform I'm referring to, the fillers online, they have dissected the Owoye guys. No comment supported him. They finished him totally. It's uncalled for, really. There are more pressing things than this. But what do you think about the fact that Owoye called out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and said that he may probably live with that idea of never attending his parents' burial, despite the fact that he did attend his own parents' burial, and the Buhari that Muhammad Buhari that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been calling for his death is still bouncing in good health? Well, let's go to our comment section. Let's share your views about this.